Welcome back to the channel. So today is your quick garage gym workout of the day. So I get a lot of questions. Do you only lift with kettlebells, or do you switch it up and use barbells and other equipment? Or do you go light, or do you go heavy, or do you do a lot of kettlebell flows or complexes or whatever? I constantly switch it up. So primarily about 80-90% of the time I use kettlebells, and honestly it's just what I've been using for the last 6 to 7 years, and it's been working for me. So if you're into traditional barbell lifting, if that works for you, that's great, but this is just what I do. So today's quick workout of the day is just 3 heavy kettlebell exercises, because sometimes I'm short on time, do a lot of family stuff, and I'm always constantly busy. I'm either working on these video projects, I'm working on my house, and I've been working on my new office / YouTube studio, so that way you have a nice professional looking background and better noise isolation as well. So the hard stuff is done, and that video is coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. So currently I'm in my garage because the kids are home, my wife's home, so it's just a little too loud, so I figured this is the quietest place that I could do this video. So let's just get right into it, and this is the quick workout of the day. Of course, I started with a 20-minute warm-up. I don't just jump into and throwing heavy kettlebells around. I'm in my 40s. I don't need to injure myself, so warm-up is extremely important. So 10 minutes of jump rope, then I do my traditional resistance band prep, like the ski erg modification, as you could see in all of my previous exercises, and the resistance band prep work. So I do 3 sets of each, and that gets me all warmed up. And sometimes I'll also add mace bell in there. I'll do a few mace bell exercises as well to get the shoulders warmed up, especially when I go heavy like I did for this training. So the first exercise of the day is going to be double kettlebell clean and squat. So I use 2 32 kilo kettlebells, and for you that don't know kilos, that's 70 pounds each, so that's pretty heavy. And especially when you're doing a clean and a squat as well, it gets a little challenging. So the rep ranges for this obviously going to be low. So for this exercise, the rep range was anywhere from 4 to 6 reps. You never go to failure, just you stop to about when you're about 80-90%. The next exercise is going to be single kettlebell tactical snatch and a press. So 36 kilo is an 80-pound kettlebell. It's the heaviest kettlebell that I have, and honestly I don't think I need anything heavier than that, because this one really kicks my butt. So for this one, you just do tactical snatch and a press to finish it off, and you switch hands. So the rep range for this exercise is going to be about 6 reps. Like I said, you don't need to kill yourself with this, because especially when you're throwing up a 36 kilo kettlebell, you don't want to injure yourself, because like I said, it gets a little challenging, especially when you're switching hands with the very heavy kettlebell. So the third exercise is going to be a suitcase deadlift with 2 kettlebells, and I use 2 32 kilo kettlebells, so it's 140 pounds total. So the suitcase deadlift, the reason I use 2 is because, like I said before, 36 kilo kettlebell is the heaviest kettlebell that I had. Obviously, if I had a 64 kilo kettlebell, I'd just use a single one, but holding 2 kettlebells with one hand gets a little challenging. So if you could see how I'm holding it, I'm not using any straps or anything like that. It's just one of the kettlebells kind of rests on top of my wrist, and the other one, the bottom one, is I grab on the bottom one. For this exercise, the rep range is going to be 6 to 8 reps for each side, and like I said, every exercise is going to be for 4 sets. And so that concludes the entire workout. All it was just 3 very heavy kettlebell exercises And if you include the 20-minute warm-up with these three exercises, that's enough for a nice solid workout. Like I said, you don't need to go crazy and do 2 hours worth of kettlebell complexes. Some days you just dial it back a little bit and just go heavy, but you do it for 3 exercises. And some days you're feeling great, you got plenty of time and you got plenty of energy, then go for it. Add another 1 or 2 extra kettlebell exercises. Like I said, I don't always do anything for a specific amount of exercises. It all depends on the amount of time I have and how I feel and what I trained the day before. And like I said, I've been lifting kettlebells usually about 2, maybe 3 if I'm lucky, times a week. So you don't need to do this every day. So this concludes the workout of the day. So we'd really appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up and if you would subscribe to the channel. And if you want to hit us up on Instagram, To The Core Media at To The Core Actual Officer 178, and send us a message what else you want to see on the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.